Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast where Triple H jokes about Paige having children she doesn't know about running around because, well, he wishes he was the daddy. It's Lost the Midcard. Royal Rumble weekend is upon us. We've also got a couple other shows this weekend. NWA Hard Times on Friday night. NXT Worlds Collide as well on Saturday. We'll talk about all that, everything leading up to it, as well as the headlines this week. But first, thank you to SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes, Spotify, and any of your favorite podcasting apps. All you got to do is search for Lost in the Midcard, hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time a new episode comes your way, typically every Wednesday. You can also subscribe to us on the YouTube, and the links to all that are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/LostInTheMidcard, or on our Twitter at LATMC Podcast, where we also share a lot of the great tweets amongst the wrestling world. I'm your host, Jeremy Bennett. You can find me on the Twitter at JBHuskers. As always, my co-host, he is on the Twitter at RawFShowtime. It is Mr. Matt Black. Matt, how you doing?
Just another day, my friend. Just another day. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm doing all right. As always, our other co-host is on the Twitter at NoOneLikeD, Mr. Darryl Bullock. Darryl, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Just trying to get ready to go to Houston on Friday morning.
Oh yeah, we're gonna predict the card.
Yes, sir. Can't wait. As we're watching Impact, can't wait for RVD to speak yet again.
Oh yeah, how great was that?
Well, they already got banned from Twitch. I don't know what else they could do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how great was that they got banned from Twitch?
They got banned from Twitch because of that.
Yeah.
How dare Twitch? You Twitch bitches.
They're pretty strict on their nudity thingy.
They didn't show anything. They showed a bunch of booty cheeks.
There was a lot of booty cheeks.
There's nothing wrong. A booty cheek a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Rich Swann and Willie Mack hugging it out.
Can you handle it?
Hugging it out.
I can't handle it.
AEW Bash the Beach Part 1. As they are in Miami getting ready to set sail on the Cruise of Jericho. I got a couple friends on that. I hate them. Apparently, our friend Mark Cho sent me a video on the cruise of Dean Ambrose singing Sweet Caroline as well.
Oh, so. Mark Cho's on a cruise?
No. He sent me a link.
Oh, okay.
And of John Moxley singing karaoke, a little bit of Sweet Caroline. So I guess you could sing along with the Mox Man, I guess, if you're on the cruise. Or that could have been a private bar. Who knows? I don't know how those things work. That ship's so fucking huge. It's hard telling what's going on there. Graphics started up honoring the life of Rocky Johnson. Dwayne Johnson's dad passed away at the age of 75 this week. So a sad situation there, unfortunately. Passed away suddenly, and The Rock posted a great heartfelt message, about a 7-minute long message on his social media channels. It's worth a watch if you want to take a look there. The Rock's words, thanking everybody for all the kind words, and had some words of his own, and kind of explained the situation as well. We get it started with Young Bucks, best friends, and Omega, Page, and Pride and Powerful. The winner gets SCU in a tag team title match next week, and pretty damn good match. I think you probably would figure that Hangman and Kenny would get the win here, considering the stories all leading up to that, and that they did. Pretty damn good four-way match to kick off Dynamite, though, wasn't it, gentlemen?
Si, senor.
Do you expect, Matt, you said it last week, do you expect SCU to retain and Omega and Hangman to have it out?
Yep. Actually, I called that was the game plan on last week's show, and then AEW kind of just went flat out and decided to go with it. So.
Hey, maybe we're part of the booking team and we don't even know it.
Oh, good. Can we get rid of the Nightmare Collective then?
I mean, you guys know my little secret. I mean, well, not necessarily a little secret, but you guys know what I did at
I
Full
was-
Gear,
I
so
was-
it might be a possibility.
The way you were talking there, I was kind of scared.
Yes,
Your
I
little
have a
secret.
JB.
What
I'm really a man.
what about Full Gear? What would you do?
You know, my networking at Full Gear, so maybe a possibility we got an ear on that.
Yeah, all right. Can we get some residual checks coming our way too? I'm still unemployed.
Possibly. You know,
I'm still.
I'll take a gift card to Outback.
I'm still unemployed, so I would take some residuals. Cody Rhodes looking like Don Johnson off the set of Miami Vice coming out. They put up all the stipulations that MJF threw out. Cody can't touch MJF until Revolution. He taking 10 lashes on live TV, and a steel cage match against Wardlow, who we've yet to see in the ring in an official capacity. And Cody accepts all the above and claims he will give MJF a goddamn scar. So good stuff from good stuff from Cody as usual. But yeah, he's going to be taking them 10 lashes. That'll be a little embarrassing, but.
It's not like we haven't seen it on wrestling before.
Yep. Joey Janela talked about how he got punched in the balls by his ex-girlfriend, Penelope Ford. Basically setting up a feud between the two of them. Then we get, Matt's favorite thing in AEW right now, the Nightmare Collective. Brandy Rhodes and Mel
It's nobody's favorite thing.
took on Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida. And kind of funny, though, the Nightmare Collective took the job to Statlander and Shida, so that made Matt happy.
I would have been more happy if Brandy would have jobbed.
Dark Order.
You talk about Brandy like that, goddamn.
Dark Order.
It's her fault this shitty stable's going on right now. I guarantee if she wasn't in charge of it, it would have been axed already.
Listen, I'm going to have a talk with my sister, and we're going to talk about these things.
Yeah, talk about it.
I'll work it out. I'll work it out.
Trash off my television.
Oh, remember how we talked about how the Dark Order was pretty bad? Now that's gotten better. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard a little inkling. I heard a little. Well, you guys put that little rumbling in my ear about the Dark Order.
Yeah. Rumor, dirt sheets have it that possibly the man behind the higher power of the Dark Order could be none other than Matt Hardy.
Matt Black.
According to Meltzer, it was supposed to be Marty, and it was supposed to happen on that episode of Dynamite where that big attack happened.
Well, they did.
We all know what happened there.
Well, yeah.
Joke off.
Didn't AEW sign Marty to a $650,000? Oh wait, that was Marty Jannetty. If you watch Being the Elite.
Did not like that at all.
Yeah, and the show
Marty Simpson's the worst spot with me. I don't like them poking fun at it.
And the episode was entitled Marty as well. So, Dark Order, guy in a suit, which is obviously the higher power. The people they're trying to acquire. They mentioned Michael Nakazawa, Kenny Omega, Brandon Cutler. I think the time to strike on Adam Page is now. So they definitely have their sights set on some different wrestlers within the company. Sami Guevara, John Moxley. This was a pretty good match. It wasn't a kind of a job. Guevara had some great spots in there, didn't he?
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was good for the young fella.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kiera Hogan's on TV.
Oh. Look out. Darryl's going to be incapacitated for the next hour.
She been in the gym, too. Shoulders look like mine right now.
Oh, man.
Show fine ass. Come here, girl.
Yep, we've lost Darryl. Matt, it's a two-man show now, Matt.
Well, it was a good run.
What is Moose wearing? That is...
Whatever the fuck he wants.
It looks like he borrowed his lady's robe.
Hey, Kiera. Hey, girl.
Yeah.
Shake your shoulders, girl.
He keeps saying this stuff, and I'm looking at Moose, and it's kind of creeping me out.
Yeah, maybe he's talking to Moose, and we don't know.
No, I wasn't talking to Moose.
Yeah, we all know. Yeah, we all know you're talking about Moose. The lights went out, and the Inner Circle attack Moxley to.
It looks like a mixture between Bobby Lashley and Ric Flair.
It looks like he's wearing his woman's robe, or nightie, one of the two. Yeah, okay, Moose, whatever you want. And now he's facing, what the fuck? Is it El Torito?
El Torito, if he had a growth spurt.
Oh, it's a dude from AAA. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a little bigger guy. Of course, the big part of the story here was Chris Jericho unscrewing a spike from his jacket and kayfabe jamming it into Moxley's eye. It appeared Moxley could look at the screen pretty well enough with two eyes to see to sing "Sweet Caroline" on the cruise, so he should be okay. Pretty interesting though. You don't see too many spikes in the eye stories there. And so the Jen Decker interviewed the Inner Circle after that. Jericho basically saying that Moxley is going to be out of the picture, and we'll find out later that is not the case. Butcher and the Blade team up with MJF as they take on DDP, Dustin Rhodes, and QT Marshall in a six-man tag. That was won by the bad guys, but how about old DDP getting in the ring there at, God, what is he, 60, 65 or 63, something like that?
Old.
He old!
He old. Still reminds me of a mixture between Mantar and Vader.
Yeah.
And I'm sure his match quality is probably leaning on Mantar.
On Berserker. Huss! 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 Another great match on Dynamite. The Bastard taking on Darby Allin in the main event. Of course, the winner goes on to face Moxley for the number one contendership to Jericho's title. Hell of a match here between Pac and Allin. Pac hits the Black Arrow while Allin is face down. That leads to the pinfall. So Pac, well, apparently Jericho was claiming he's going to face Pac for the title, but out comes Moxley with one eye patched up and everybody making Solid Snake comparisons from the Metal Gear series, but Moxley says that nothing's going to stop him from facing Pac. Is that on tomorrow's Dynamite on the old boat? Pac and Moxley?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay, Rhino. See, like you're still shaped like a subwoofer.
And Mantar, yeah. I mean Taurus. What's Moose? Oh, is this a triple threat and Moose is just taking a timeout? NXT this week, as we head towards Worlds Collide, and of course we are in the midst of the Dusty Classic as well. Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews took on Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne, and that was won by the Broserweights, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. Do you think those guys are going to win the whole thing? Kind of like they always like having those odd couples winning it. You think these guys are going to win it?
I don't know. Like, you talking about the whole thing?
Yeah.
Well, here's my question. Because if you look at the Worlds Collide card, is DIY and is DIY officially part of the Dusty Classic?
No, they're just.
But it has the like if you go on the Toyota Center's website, it actually has the DIY and God, I can't think of who they're gonna fight.
Mustache Mountain.
Yeah, Mustache Mountain. They have that as the Dusty Classic match.
No, it's not Dusty
It's
Classic.
not a Dusty Classic
No,
match.
I
It's
know
just
that, but that's what.
Yeah, it's just a
shit
Worlds
I-
Collide match.
Yeah, when Gargano and Ciampa were in the ring, kind of cleaning house with the Undisputed Era last week, Trent Seven took to Twitter and goes, "Oh, DIY looks like they're back together," and so kind of laid out the challenge via Twitter. And
The new shirt is pretty fucking sweet.
and later on in the episode, DIY accepts the challenge, and then we see Keith Lee pouncing and a member of the Undisputed Era through a hedge. Jesus, I didn't even know who that was. That was Fisher or O'Reilly? Whoever that was got thrown way out of the picture there.
Somebody died.
Yeah. The other side of the bracket, Grizzled Young Veterans took on the Time Splitters. Welcome to Alex Shelley to the NXT arena as he reunites with Kushida. You guys surprised that the Grizzled Young Veterans defeated these guys?
Pissed.
Not really, because
Pissed.
I wouldn't have done it, but not really, just simply because they're probably just going to put them elsewhere or try to advertise them more as tag team extra shine.
Why are you pissed, Matt?
Shelley fucking deserved better, that's why.
Yeah.
He might get better later on.
Dude, they had a chance to give us the era against Time Splitters in the second round of the Dusty Classic, and they're giving us the fucking grizzled young douchebags against the Undisputed Era instead in a match that nobody fucking cares about. Thanks, Trips.
Grizzled young douchebags.
That's not the only baffling decision in booking by the
They made a
WWE
lot,
/
they made a lot of
NXT.
stupid things. They did a lot of stupid things on NXT that Wednesday night.
Triple threat match for the last spot in the Fatal 4-Way Cruiserweight Championship match at Worlds Collide. Angel Garza and two unannounced UK competitors will be in this Fatal 4-Way. To fill out that last spot for NXT US, Tyler Breeze, Leo Rush, and Swerve. Pretty good match between those guys. Swerve coming out on top. So
This match was painful to get through.
yeah,
This Angel Garza on commentary.
I hear you.
Should be a guarantee that man should never have a microphone again. Holy fucking shit!
Yeah, Beth Phoenix.
Like I wanted to watch the match on mute because that dude was driving me up the wall. He makes Jerry Lawler sound like a competent commentator. Like, oh my god, it's bad. He's so bad.
So apparently,
Do something about it.
so apparently,
If I could fucking punch him in the dick and keep him from talking.
whoa, hey, old Beth Phoenix didn't care what he was saying.
Oh, he was bad. If we missed Nigel more than ever, because if Nigel was there, maybe we wouldn't have had to put up with him.
Yeah, Nigel will be back next week. He was a little well-deserved vacation in his home country. It was a security guy that Keith Lee put through the hedges, and then threw another one on a car, and
It's
Yep.
hilarious.
So-
That was the best part. Honestly, that was the best part of NXT.
pissed off Keith Lee.
Can you imagine coming into work that day?
Killing
Like,
bitches.
so what am I doing today, boss? Oh, you're getting thrown in some hedges.
He's getting pounced through some hedges.
Okay,
Fuck,
alright.
Keith Lee went through half of those as well, basically. Jeez.
Sheesh.
He's pissed off, man. Battle Royale to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship at NXT TakeOver Portland. A lot of young ladies that don't see much were in this. It was pretty cool to see. MJ Jenkins, Jessie Kamea, Catalina were all the first to be eliminated. Caden Carter, of course, a disciple of the Dudley training facility, was eliminated, then followed by Santera Garrett. Vanessa Bourne, Deonna Purrazzo were in there. Casey Catanzaro returning to NXT. A lot of people thought she was like leaving.
I was trying to tell all you people that she wasn't going anywhere. She was just taking time off.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to listen to me.
Captain Carter.
Xia Li, Mia
That's what
Yim.
we're talking about, Daryl.
Yeah, it's slow.
Sorry, huh?
Yeah, Daryl needs a cold shower.
Daryl's off in his own little 1-inch world right now.
Yeah, 1-inch world. Is that the new?
It's not gonna be 1 inch.
Hashtag 1-inch world.
Is that the new? Is that the new theme park created by Daryl? 1-inch world.
Oh, instead of Space Mountain, you come to 1 inch.
Woo!
Darryl.co.
WTF. Mia Yim. Welcome back, Mercedes Martinez, as she signed a deal. She was in the Battle Royal. Tegan Knox making her return after Dakota Kai kayfabed her. Shayna Baszler, who got eliminated by Shotzi Blackheart, so that sets up a new little feud. And then the final two were Io Shirai and Bianca Belair, with the EST of NXT winning the Battle Royale. So it'll be Bianca Belair taking on the NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley at NXT TakeOver Portland. Good to see a lot of women we don't normally see, and
that date is which weekend?
It's in mid-February.
That's on a Sunday. They
yeah, it's a Sunday.
Right?
They did. Yeah.
Since they're
trying to plan me and Matt's next outing, but I got to work the next day. So
you could your next outing could be that free Ring of Honor show.
So Matt, you want to come over for AEW
on the 29th?
If my surgery is not scheduled that weekend, before that, we can hook that up.
Sounds great, man. Yeah, I'll totally watch some AEW with you.
Yeah. That would be our last hoorah before I get shut down for a couple of months.
Hoorah! Are you gonna be able to do some recording? You're gonna be on a hiatus.
Oh no, I'll be able to do recording. I can record my mouth and my ears,
Heyo, heyo.
He ain't having surgery on his head, pal.
Heyo. Right. What do you guys think of having a kind of pushing up Shotzi to feud with Shayna Baszler?
I like that.
Yeah, that was a big surprise. I mean, we all knew.
I don't know how far that's gonna go. I don't know how far that's gonna go because I have a feeling I have a feeling Shayna is gonna be there.
The Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's time. It's way beyond time.
Man, I don't know if it was just the crowd was hyped or what, but man, like Shayna got a gigantic pop. Io Shirai got a monster pop when she was announced. It was a pretty hyped crowd.
Can I say another stupid booking thing from NXT that night?
Yeah.
Okay, Darryl.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Woo.
Darryl, let's say you just debuted on NXT last week.
Okay.
And you have a manager.
Oh, yeah.
And the next week you have a match to have the opportunity to face the champion at the next NXT pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Yet your manager decides you're not going to be in that match and we're just going to go home. Would that person still be your manager?
That person would be working at Walmart gathering carts at 12 o'clock midnight.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was
fucking dumb as shit. If I'm Chelsea Green, I'd have been like, Robbie E., shut the fuck up. I date the better version of you on the main roster.
Boom.
I'm gonna go do that battle royal.
Woo. Woo.
Fucking ridiculous. Dude,
Woo.
I love NXT, but they did a lot of dumb fucking shit last week.
Well, nobody's perfect. It's gotta be dumb shit all the time. NXT is so good consistently. You got to take something bad with it too.
Oh, but there was a lot of bad on last week's show though, more so than normal.
I was kind of surprised Dakota Kai wasn't in the thing either, but obviously she appeared and screwed Tegan Knox. But still, a woman that's been on a roll, you figure she'd have a shot in that match. But I mean, at the same time, nobody's gonna beat Rhea in Portland. And so Bianca's just gonna be the two-time loser for that,
Yeah,
it'll be a good match.
Beating her to Rhea.
Yeah, it'll be a good match. But
two powerhouses, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it's always good. It's always good getting Bianca on Takeover because she's a hell of a worker and the fans love her too. So it's good.
One thing would be interesting. What if they had a women's North American title?
Yeah, that'd be cool to have a secondary. But right now the division, I don't know if it's deep enough for that, but you never know.
It's probably the deepest it's been in a long time. Think about it.
Yeah.
Like you just haven't had the time, or even put the time in to showcase all the women that they have. Look at all the women that they had in the Battle Royal last weekend.
Honestly, I just think it would be better if the the women's tag team titles were more consistently used on NXT.
Yeah, or NXT just has their own.
Well, no, you don't need your own. You cross between the brands, and I think that would essentially give the women a second title.
We have a hard time.
They just don't do it enough.
They have a hard time using those titles on any brand right now. So.
Well, yeah, which is why all the more they should be utilized better on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, you can use them with the horsewomen. You can use them with Tegan and Candice. I mean,
Chelsea and Deanna were doing the tag team thing before Bootleg Zack Ryder showed up.
Bootleg Zack Ryder, Lord have mercy.
You know, look, I'm going OP tonight, folks.
Yeah, I like the pairing though.
There is no freaking muzzle on my mouth tonight.
I like the pair.
I'm going for it, man.
I like the pairing of Robert Stone and Chelsea Green, and it's worked well. Yeah, it was just dumb booking there to not have her in that.
How has it worked well? What have they done to even define the fact that it is quote unquote worked well so far?
Yeah, I think it's a good pairing. You know, so far.
I think they just need another singles title because, like I said, in the next couple, let's say by the end of the year, it's so much talent that I've seen with the women's division. It's just a matter of how they showcase them. Between Kaden Carter, you know, you got Chelsea Green, Tegan Knox. I mean, it's a bunch of them. You just got to showcase them the right way.
Yeah,
what would be better to give them a North American title where you can probably slap it on maybe Candice LeRae or something.
In the WWE always had problems with trying to get two women's feuds going, and well, at least they got one with besides the championship feud, and they got one with Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai at least now. And now it looks like they got one with Shotzi and Shayna. So
meanwhile, Impact's giving victories to Mantar.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But didn't one of you guys tell me that they weren't doing no NXT superstars in?
I don't know. Maybe no male ones, because right now there's 22 spots. I counted.
There's only one person. There's only one person I can honestly think.
There's going to be. I would say this. Look, the original plan was supposed to be 10, 10, and 10.
Yeah.
Which clearly got changed somehow, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, and then
they have a bunch of waste of space in the Rumble right now.
Yeah,
we aren't gonna fucking win.
They're gonna bring back like Bastion Booger or something.
If they would have limited it to 10 men per roster, that would have probably been the most star-studded Rumble ever. But instead, we have people again. It's a Rumble where we have a whole bunch of jokes in there that we all know are a fucking waste of time and are never going to win. But I would think we're probably going to see 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
From NXT.
Who you
I think we'll probably Keith Lee, probably Adam Cole, probably either Ciampa or Gargano.
Is Dream ready?
Then probably Finn Balor.
I say Dream because I think
if we see Dream, that's his call up, and he's not going back to NXT.
Yeah, because I think that's what they've been waiting for. It's a lot. If you pay attention to who's been missing out lately, it's a lot of people who you have not seen on TV, NXT or NXT wise.
There's been a lot of.
They also teased on NXT last week that when Shayna came out, Morrow implied that they thought she was gone.
Yeah, because he was there all surprised.
So Shayna might be doing her Rumble debut on Sunday too.
Gosh, Shayna, considering the fact that she beat Bayley and Becky at Survivor Series, you drop her, you let her drop the title and let her move up.
Yeah, I saw the graphic and I counted 22 guys, and then that doesn't count if any late ones get added on SmackDown. Meltzer, I think, said that they weren't going to have any NXT stars in the Rumble, and that might have just been the male Rumble. I don't know.
Gotta have it for the women because the women's division is not that deep.
Yeah, because I remember the first time they had to rely on a lot of a veteran, like a lot of the past wrestlers coming back. There's a lot of injured people that might be coming back too, like a Naomi. I got
her Rumble already.
I got a few. I had a few in my head, but I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. But there are a few people that seem like they might be ready and will return at the Rumble. So, hey, that's what the Rumble is all about. Great moments,
Yeah, I have Jeff Jarrett, the Road Dogg.
That was funny last year, though, Jeff Jarrett and Elias. Great.
Let's just look. If we're gonna talk about the Rumble, let's let's just talk about the main topic everybody's talking about. Who's eliminating Brock? Who do you got?
Part of me at first thought Kofi, but I'm not
that's
thinking.
not happening.
Okay,
No.
so this is my thought process. I think that
What if it's
whoever wins the Rumble is going to challenge the Fiend, and I got that.
I agree. I
got that
agree.
as being Roman.
I also have Roman as winning the Rumble.
Okay, so
we're on the same page there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that at the end of the show when we do our predictions, whatever.
Yeah.
I think the one person that, well, actually, no, I think I got quite a few. I would say just like just my three, because whoever eliminates him, obviously is going to be his Mania opponent. So I'm looking at people on Raw. So I got Drew as possibly one of them. I got Randy as possibly one of them. And then I'll just throw one out, maybe like Ricochet, but that would suck as a WrestleMania match. But that's just my.
What if you get a surprise in Matt Riddle?
I mean, they're not doing shit with him right now.
You can see Keith Lee in the Rumble, but I think Keith Lee is going to win the North American Championship tomorrow. I think.
Yep.
I think Roddy's going to be the first of the era to lose their titles. So, otherwise, I would maybe have Keith Lee do it. But I could see Matt Riddle, as he talks shit about Lesnar too. I mean, he talks shit about everybody, but
he talks shit about every fucking body.
So maybe they put Matt Riddle in that situation. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like I said. Like I said earlier, it's not going to be. We already see it's not going to be Seth.
I think it's going to be Drew, but I think Drew's my pick to win the Rumble right now.
I wish
too, because I like
that would be a nice surprise.
But it might come down to Drew, Lesnar, Roman.
Dude, okay. Oh my God.
I don't think it's gonna
no.
be that, bro.
Look. This is another thing.
You don't think Lesnar's gonna sit outside for like half an hour? You don't think he's just gonna take?
I don't even think Lesnar will be in the ring by the time the 10th entrant comes out.
No, I don't. I think somebody are going to get him immediately.
Yeah, you don't.
That's not lasting that long.
If whoever number 2 is throws Brock out.
Oh, or here it is. You ready? Who's somebody that Brock beat, but he has a 3-year contract with the WWE? We haven't seen him since.
Cain Velasquez?
Yep.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if he's number 2 and he throws out Brock.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'll say he'd be in the top 5. I'll say he'd be in the top 5, and I say to the point where they'll add like one other jobber, and Brock just goes through 3 or 4 of them, just eats them alive.
If Kane is the one, that's boring. But
well, dude,
not really, because I mean, I don't think it's boring. I mean, you set up a feud for Mania.
I honestly.
Here's the thing: if you're setting up Kane and Brock for Mania, I need Brock to drop that title on the way to Mania.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see Kane and Brock for the WWE title.
Right, I don't either. But in order to make it interesting, I'll say this: you make it a gimmick match. You make it like a submission match or octagon rules match or some shit.
That'd be funny if they set up an octagon.
I think
Raiders Royal Rumble or whatever the fuck that other shit was in Saudi.
I think a decent length match between the two of them could be entertaining. I just don't want to see it for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
I can see your point that Lesnar gets eliminated immediately, but I could see a point where he's not over the top rope, he gets put through a table and just takes a nap for 45 minutes.
Yeah, unless like the whole gang of them like just destroy his ass, and then he just comes in.
I don't even see Brock wanting to be out there for an hour, even if it's just him laying on a commentator's table.
Yeah, he probably wants to.
That man doesn't get paid by the hour.
Yeah, he probably wants to get in. He probably wants to get in and out.
Get the fuck out.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
I hear all these people speculating about who's gonna be number 30 when Brock's still in the ring, and I'm like, you guys actually think Brock's still gonna be in the ring when number 30 comes out? Y'all on fucking crack. It's not happening.
Dude?
Huh?
Who the hell is Maximo?
Is that a oh god, is that a health issue that
Mexico?
yeah, a lot of AAA guys are in on this Impact taping. Is that a health issue, Joey Ryan throwing his sucker into the crowd and then the guy putting it in his mouth that catches it?
Yeah,
Well, if you're dumb enough to put it in your mouth.
That's what she said.
I think that. Wow, wait a minute. The only thing I would do is kiss MJF's ring. That's it.
I kissed Cody's ring.
That's right. I remember seeing you kissing Cody's ring there. NWA Talk Cut. Dave Marquez brings out the Rock and Roll Express as they talk about their team battle against Strictly Business coming up. Television. Another promo between Ziggy Dice and Ricky Starks. I thought it was a pretty good promo between the two young guys that are in the television title tournament. I liked Ricky's line of calling Dice a broke-ass Guy Fieri, or I can't remember. I can always get his name right. It's not Fieri, but it's pronounced weird. I can't remember what.
Fieri?
It's pronounced weird. It's weird.
Ferrari.
It's not Fieri, but because I thought he had said it wrong, but then I realized I watched Guy on Hot Ones, and they talked about people always saying his name wrong, and it's Fieri. It's Italian, so
something like that.
yeah, I just looked it up. Guy Fieri. There we go. Dawson brothers faced each other in a television tournament qualifier, and Zayn got the win there. Melina took on Ashley Vox. I always love that Melina still does the old splits entrance into the ring. What'd you say, Darryl?
Yes, Lord.
You love that's a thing of beauty, ain't it?
Man.
Wait a minute.
Wait. NWA National Champion Aaron Stevens and the question mark Karate take on Outlaw Inc. with the Pope at ringside, and Stevens and question mark get the win, and Pope doesn't look too happy, so maybe he's gonna ditch old Outlaw Inc. I wonder if is his career over in ring? Do you know, Matt?
I don't know, but I mean it doesn't look like NWA brought him in to wrestle, so maybe. I wouldn't mind seeing him back in the ring. I mean, when they brought Melina in, I didn't think she was going to be wrestling either.
Yeah.
So who knows? I guess we'll see.
Steiner calling the crowd a fat ass. That was a nice highlight. The 6-man tag is Robert Gibson, and the stipulation is if the good guys defeat Strictly Business, Ricky Morton gets a shot at Nick Aldis's 10 pounds of gold, and so Robert he chose his tag partner Robert Gibson as well as Eli Drake and Tim Storm to take on Latimer, Steiner, and Isaacs, and the good guys got the win. So you will see you will see Ricky Morton taking on Nick Aldis this week, which is already out there for you. I'll probably watch it here after we get done recording. From a historical preference, man, it's pretty cool to see Ricky Morton getting a world title shot. We all know he ain't going to win, but I think from a historical, it's pretty cool to see for an episode of Powerrr, don't you think?
Yeah.
Dude can move and still cut a promo at that age, though. So hey,
he can still cut a promo. I don't know
Well,
how much he can really still move.
Hey, he did a Canadian Destroyer.
Can you have imagined 20 years ago when that move was so rare? Like now, it just seems like everybody's doing
Everybody's
the
doing
damn
it.
Canadian Destroyer.
You saw Petey Williams tweet, didn't you? Petey Williams talking about how it's on like every episode of every show right now.
Pretty much.
He's not wrong.
No. SmackDown, Kane making his way out, interrupted by The Fiend, but maybe it was a Team Hell No setup as Daniel Bryan came in with the running knee And something you don't see too often, The Fiend running scared as Daniel holding a piece of The Fiend's dreadlocks in his hand and hyping up the crowd with the yes chants as him and Kane stand in the ring. Kane, I'm assuming Kane's probably going to be in the Rumble to continue his most appearances. Maybe. I mean, he didn't officially announce it, so maybe he's stepping aside for it, but I don't know. Kane, I think, has the most appearances in Royal Rumble history, though, with 18 or so.
And ain't won one ever.
Kind of interesting. Did you hear the story about when Daniel Bryan got dragged into the ring? They actually had scissors and they were actually cutting his hair and he was for Bray to throw.
Ooh, RVD.
The man that got him banned from Twitch. Well, he didn't, but his lady friends.
I think it's the fact that she had a bunch of tattoos too. I like tattoos.
Man, that segment was something else, wasn't it?
Memories.
Say memories?
Memories.
Oh.
No, I didn't say memories, damn it. I said memories.
Memories, well, they got him banned from Twitch, probably.
Censor. Impact should be in Houston this weekend.
Should be, or you wish.
Or wish.
His first match in WWE in about 8 years, John Morrison taking on Big E. Good match there between those two. How about old Corey Graves putting over Big E? Kind of sounding like maybe a foreshadow that Big E's going to have a big singles push this year. Do you think anything of it with him saying it on air?
I don't know.
It's long overdue, ain't it?
Well, a lot of things at WWE are long overdue. So.
Good answer there. Starship Pain looks pretty, but it should not be a finisher. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agreed.
Good match, though. I enjoyed it. Good to see Morrison in the ring. Usos took on the Revival. The Revival can't get out of the WWE any sooner. Now, is this April? Is that the date that they can walk? It's not injury. It's not a
no compete clause.
Well, the Dash. Dash got injured, so that pushed their contract date out. So April they can walk. Both walk, right?
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
One can. The other one got the extension.
Oh,
I don't know how long it's for.
Oh, April is not post extension.
Not from what I'm aware of. No.
Oh, because
April's for the one that didn't get time tacked on.
And well, Jeff Hardy's in that same boat, but so I don't know.
I think Matt's more than ready to do something on his own anyway.
Yeah, I wonder if Jeff stays in the WWE as a single star, because they are definitely higher on Jeff than they were Matt.
Well, for the simple fact that you can possibly get another Young Bucks and Hardy Boys, possibly Lucha Bros and Hardy Boys. I mean,
yeah, but how long?
I don't know if Matt has any interest on tagging up with Jeff at this point in time.
And Jeff's contract is he's been out for a while now, so it's going to be a while before he's even able to go. I read that he's going to possibly go with his brother, but I mean, anything can happen right now. WWE can throw him a boatload of cash, but he's in some legal trouble too. So I don't know. It's a weird situation. But the Revival definitely cannot be get out of town any sooner. Bayley took on Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans getting the pinfall. Of course, that sets up a title match at the Royal Rumble. We get a new backstage interviewer in Elise Ashton, who was interviewing Shorty G. Shorty G sure as hell took it to Sheamus there in that interview, didn't he?
Why is that even a match?
I don't know, but I'm happy for Shorty G having a singles match on a major pay-per-view.
I'm happy for him, but I don't want to see it.
Honestly, it should be on the kickoff show.
It probably will. It probably will be that 2-hour kickoff show.
Which sucks for Sheamus just coming back.
Well, maybe not. Maybe he'll.
It just
Maybe.
the Shorty G shit just ain't fucking working.
Maybe it'll be on the main card because it's going to be a 20-second match.
Well, I mean, you got to put him somewhere, and he's a hell of a worker. He's probably one of your actual best wrestlers you got in the damn fucking company. So.
Well, yeah, I can't wait for him to get it out. I can't wait for
that Shorty G. That Shorty G.
Out of there.
Ah, sweet Jessica Havoc. I love her. She's a good wrestler. Old Father James Mitchell. He doesn't look like he ages.
I don't care. I'm just looking at Susie.
Hi, Susie. Yeah, she just waved at me. So.
That wasn't at you, sir.
Yeah, it was. Shut up. Bunch of tomfoolery with Cesaro and Elias and Sami Zayn and Braun Strowman and all that. Great video on the history, on the career of Rocky Johnson that WWE did, so check out their YouTube for that. Alexa Bliss and Sonya Deville. Sonya gets the loss because of Otis, so that'll obviously start that little split between those two, as Mandy clearly is in love with Otis, and now that it caused Sonya to lose a match, that's gonna cause that split. Tables match: Roman Reigns, Robert Roode. Roman wins after about 11 minutes there, so he gets to pick a stipulation, which is Falls Count Anywhere. And at a baseball stadium, I think that's going to be a fun match to see. Don't you guys think?
Come to my section, Roman.
Yeah.
I'll beat his ass too.
I think
Darryl, if I see you on TV and you don't attack Baron Corbin, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I can attack Baron Corbin. I like Baron Corbin.
Drop that kayfabe elbow.
Just pick up your chair and beat him with it.
I'm going to throw up the 1-inch sign. I'm like Mom on TV with the 1-inch.
What is that? Is that like a bent index finger?
Actually, I think so. I think that's what we're going to use.
Is that the signature move?
Yeah. You know how you have the shocker? This is the 1-inch.
Oh boy.
Hold up. Did they spell James Mitchell's name wrong on the thing?
I don't know. That was about 30 seconds ago for me, or actually a minute ago for me.
They spelled it Mictchell.
I got the lovely Rosemary on my TV right now.
I didn't see it. I wasn't paying enough attention.
I just want RVD to come out.
Hey! So we got the Messiah group there with their new member Buddy Murphy, and KO and Joe come out and they want to fight, but Seth's like, it's 4-on-2. Well, here come the Viking Raiders. That was another weird booking decision. Why have Rollins and Murphy win the titles off of them?
So I was explaining this to someone earlier. I see why, but it's stupid. I was going to say because you got to put Seth in some type of, or prepare him for some type of match for Mania. Now, with who? I'm not sure. Because you would have thought, like any other normal person, you would probably put AOP with the Viking Raiders. But if I were booking, and this were the situation, I would let them change their sights, set their sights on AOP and Viking Raiders at Mania. Do like just a no holds bar, hard hitting, smack you in the face, beat the shit out of each other match. Just my personal opinion, but that's the only logic I can see behind it. Anything else is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it just feels weird that you put the titles on those two. I mean, good for Buddy Murphy, but it was weird. It was just weird. What do you think about this whole thing, Matt?
He just laughs.
It's vintage WWE showing the world that they don't give a fucking shit about their tag team division.
Yeah.
Because anytime they want to do anything with those tag team titles, they just take two random single stars, slap them together. Never had a match together before in their life, but they're getting a tag team title shot and they're winning the fucking titles.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's so fucking dumb. Like, look, the match was good. I enjoyed the match, but everybody was talking about, I can't wait to see AOP and the Viking Raiders.
Right.
Well, now when you do, there ain't no fucking titles on the line, so why the fuck do you really care?
We've been saying that for about a year now, or if not longer.
Longer than that.
WWE, man, they just...
This is even their better show. This is supposed to be their better show now.
Well, it's definitely better than SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, that's true. As long as they get rid of that Lana Rusev Bobby shit, which never seems to die. Excellent ladder match between Andrade and Mysterio for the U.S. title.
That shit was awesome.
Andrade retains. Yeah, that was a great match. Bomb.
I kind of got scared for Andrade when he landed on the back of his damn neck.
They did a lot of stuff in that match you should have been scared about.
Yeah. Fuck. Zelina Vega then removes the padding from the floor for Andrade to end Rey Mysterio, but out of the crowd comes a guy in a Rey Mysterio mask. We all know who it is. It's Alberto Carrillo making his return. A lot of people speculated he got married in the summer, and a lot of people speculated that this was his time off to go on a honeymoon. So he's back now.
Go home and clapped his wife's cheeks, unlike Drake Maverick.
Wow.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Oh,
Got to consummate the marriage.
oh boy.
So
Black.
that's at the pay-per-view, right? They're doing Humberto and Andrade at the Rumble?
Not that I know of.
I believe so.
I think that was announced today.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's a new title match. Yes, it
Do a
is.
bunch of flip. That might be on the pre-show too. You know, if you got a 2-hour pre-show, shit.
I think that's
Gotta
gonna be.
have more than one match.
That's gonna be a
Do
no.
we know for sure it's another one of those 2-hour pre-shows?
It's a big
Have
four.
They confirm that?
You would probably have to look at the WWE's schedule. Because the pay-per-view starts at 7?
Yeah, normally.
Let me look at my tickets.
I'm going on the network to look at the schedule.
Let me see.
Which you figure would be easy to find right now, but
Yeah, but you got to scroll like 16 days.
I also got to sign in.
Well, that's not 16 days. Rumble's this Sunday.
So it says okay. So
Also, keep in mind Texas is an hour behind.
yeah, that's what I was exactly about to touch on.
No, it isn't.
My
It's
ticket
same time.
says 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.
That's
6 o'clock. So it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
hours.
so maybe it is only a 1 hour.
yeah. Lately, it's been 2 hours, but yeah.
Yeah, but
I would keep an eye on that. I would keep an eye out on that this week, Darryl. So if it is, you don't end up missing a match because WWE.
Oh no, I'll be around.
Right.
I'll be around anyway, like in the vicinity, just in case I gotta run into my seat real quick.
Yeah, where the hell is like the schedule?
That's what I touched on. Touched on earlier before we started recording. Like the Rumble's been very downplayed this year with everything. Remember last year, or a lot of the Big Four usually get a 2-hour pre-show. You know what I mean?
I'm just baffled that you can't find a goddamn schedule.
Goddamn schedule.
It's like who watches WWE Network Live anyways, except for pay-per-views. So I guess maybe that's why they don't.
Yeah, you only watch pay-per-views and takeovers. WWE 24. Nah, I'll watch it tomorrow. Fuck it.
All right, if you go, what the fuck? You gotta watch WWE.com/schedule like you can Google. It just takes you to WWE.com.
Let me see if I can pull it out. I should be signed in. The schedule. Let me see. Right down. SmackDown, Raw, Watch Now. No, what the fuck is the schedule?
Yeah, it's nowhere to be found.
Nothing on the thing. The thing. Huh. That's weird. Oh, they got a WWE 24 with the 4 horsewomen?
Yeah, that Rumble says 7 Eastern. But that's 6. That's the regular show, though. That has nothing to do with the kickoff.
So 7 Eastern. But they said it starts at 6. So
that's the regular show, though.
Yeah, but I think doors open. From what I understand, from what I remember seeing, I think doors open at 5:30.
Because don't pay-per-view start at 6 Central now? 7 Eastern?
5 Central. It starts at 5 Central, but 6 Central, but 6 Eastern.
No, pay-per-views lately have started at 7.
Oh, at 7, yeah, 7.
Yeah, I don't know. Here it is. Yeah, here on CBSSports.com. Kickoff show starts 2 hours prior at 5 p.m. Eastern.
How? Well, they may want to change that shit. I'll figure it out.
It says right here on CBS.
I don't know if I want to sit in my seat and wait for.
It depends on.
I'm sorry, Sheamus to beat the shit out of Shuri G. I might want to find a bar in a ballpark and get a little drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
And they do one of those anonymous walk behind the pre-show table and wave hi Matt, hi JB.
That'd be fun.
Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, disqualification because the OC came in. Then Orton lands an RKO on Drew. Give me a bloody microphone that works. Well, that one does work, Drew.
Out of nowhere.
Maybe he got hit with that RKO so hard he didn't realize the microphone was on. Becky Lynch took on Kairi Sane ahead of her title match with Asuka. And then we got the Raw Tag Team Championship match with Rollins and Murphy becoming the new champions, as we just talked about a little bit ago. We got ourselves another Monday after weekend update with the Street Profits because they aren't doing anything else right now.
Reboots.
Speaking of not doing anything else right now, Matt Hardy took on Eric Rowan. That went about 3 minutes.
You know what? Fuck WWE for the way they're treating Matt Hardy right now.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to get out of there, dude. Fucking garbage.
Yeah, it was gonna destroy you.
And then speaking garbage, the end of Raw.
Oh, it was so bad, dude.
So how do you have? Here's my question: how do you have a great tag title match and a great U.S. title match, and you end with that bullshit
on a go-home show for the Rumble?
On a go-home show for the Rumble. Like, seriously. And you had Lana coming out in a gospel choir robe, talking shit.
Yeah, it's just it's like herpes. It doesn't go away.
It's still there.
Yeah.
It's not going away. Jesus Christ.
Going into some
How many jobs put your applications in like soon?
Going into headlines for this week, Paige was on Backstage last week as she was in England doing promotional work. A lot of people thought it was the Twitter issues that arose from what Triple H joked, who then has since apologized for. OH. Killer Kross, former Impact Wrestling star, is going to make his MLW debut on February 1st. He's going to take on Filthy Tom Lawler. And some big news for AEW. It was announced that their TV deal with TNT has been extended to 2023. I mean, that's pretty damn good considering it's only been the show's been on the air about 3 months. TNT clearly happy with the results that they're getting out of Dynamite. So, and another show is another series. A lot of people speculate that Dark is going to be added to TNT. What do you guys think?
I was told that it was going to be added to the second show, not officially the same, not officially its own show.
What do you mean?
Like, so whatever show that they're going to have, whatever matches that they're going to have, I guess, or the AEW dark matches, they're still going to be put out there on YouTube. But I think they said they were going to hold. I was told that it was going to be one match or two that was going to be held for a separate show to be displayed there.
It was my understanding that they were going to take AEW Dark and rename it and put it on a Turner channel. I did not hear for sure that it was going to be TNT. I would not be surprised to see
could be TBS.
End up on like TBS or something.
Yeah.
I hear it's going to be like a 1 hour, broadcast, like AEW Dark, but they're just gonna move it to cable instead.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I heard the AEW Dark is still gonna keep going though, so I don't know. Be interesting to find out, but good news for AEW for sure. TNT clearly happy with the relationship. And Triple H's tweet, I've reached out to Paige to apologize. I made a terrible joke, and I'm sorry if it offended her or anyone else. Okay, Trips. Just get your shovel back out, right?
Oh, boy.
Happy birthday to Shane McMahon, who turns the big 5-0 this past week. Will Ospreay is going to be returning to Ring of Honor. He'll be signed for the Supercard of Honor show April 4th in Lakeland, Florida. Is anybody even going to go to that? Probably not. WWE Backstage posted its lowest number since the official premiere, 83,000. Good to see Xavier Woods, though, back on WWE TV as he was there. And, of course, tonight's episode, CM Punk. Welcome back, Punk.
And Becky Lynch.
And the man.
That should be interesting.
Wednesday Night Wars, so to speak. AEW is just smoking NXT lately. NXT cannot rebound from its New Year's Day Best of show. 700,000 for NXT, 940 for AEW, as they are consistently in the mid 900,000s. That's probably why TNT gave them that extension deal.
Well, they also, if you read the press release, if you're counting in the plus sevens from the DVR views and stuff, AEW's averaging 1.2 million viewers a week.
That's nice.
I mean, that's pretty damn good. I mean,
brand new company.
That's over half of the WWE audience.
It's
they've only been on TV for like 3 to 4 months.
They're only increasing as well. They had a little dip, and now they're keeping viewers. So clearly, a lot of people are happy with the product. Even it's growing.
Yeah, it's a good thing for the business. It's a good thing for us. I just continue to hope to see them continue to improve, continue to listen to the fans, and continue to get better as they go along.
And listen to me.
And there's some stoner shit going on Impact right now.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know what's going on here. It's a little weird. I have no idea what's going on. It looks like somebody's freaking out, man. SmackDown has been increasing lately on, even though it's the worst show of the two, 2.58 million for last Friday. I don't know if I saw. Oh yeah, Raw's numbers will be delayed because of the holiday. Sad news on the 15th is the Cauliflower Alley Club announced the passing of Rocky Johnson at the age of 75. If you watch the Rock's video, he had said that there was a blood clot in his leg that burst and spread up to his lungs, causing a heart attack, unfortunately. So, the Rock saying that he was unable to say goodbye to his father at all was all of a sudden. So definitely a terrible tragedy. Of course, Rocky Johnson, most famous for becoming one half the first African-American WWF Tag Team Champions alongside Tony Atlas. I believe that was in the late 70s. Is that correct?
Yes.
I forget how or what year that was, but The Rock, of course, was inducted his father into the Hall of Fame in 2008, and if you go to the WWE Network, they have a bunch of Rocky Johnson clips that you can check out as well if you're not as familiar with the Soul Man. WWE issued the statement kind of highlighting his career. His sports entertainment career began in the 1960s, made a memorable impression with the National Wrestling Alliance, and would find his highest levels of success when he began his WWE tenure in 1983. The Soul Man retired from the ring in 1991 and would go on to have a hand in training his son, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I think he had a pretty good career. And, of course, Rocky Johnson inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame by his son in 2008. What do you guys think of Corey Graves burying Raw on his podcast?
Desperate for downloads. Corey, desperate for downloads, Graves.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we have more weekly listeners than Corey Graves' podcast has.
Heyo!
Because nobody wants to hear him on SmackDown. Why the fuck do you think anybody's going to download and listen to his shitty-ass podcast every Wednesday anyway?
Yeah. Very cool news here from January 16th. AEW announcing they've signed a multi-year deal with Taz.
Brother!
If you can survive, if I let you.
No official word on his capacity. I would assume probably filling in for Shivani when he has to leave is the obvious choice, right?
Here's the thing. I know everybody's speculating on commentary, like maybe he'll be on the second show, maybe he'll be replacing Shivani at points or whatnot. But man, if I'm them, I'm
Make it a manager?
No, dude, I'm burning him in as like the commissioner or some shit.
Oh, that'd be badass. No,
Because everybody wants to keep harping on the fact that the elite has control or whatever, even though Khan's the guy that has the final say and everything. You know, if you want to at least wipe that out from the average fan's mind, have an authority figure on your television.
yeah, as long as you have...
Make it fucking Taz, because if you fuck with Taz is gonna beat that ass.
Put you in the Taz mission.
Taz gonna beat that ass. Hey, Taz gonna beat that ass.
I mean,
Look, I love Taz on commentary. Like, I'm not gonna complain if that's where they use him. But I also think it couldn't hurt to take a long hard look at making him like a commissioner or something.
Yeah, I would love him to be have a role like that. You know, the WWE definitely killed the authority figure role, and thankfully NXT revived it, did it right with what they did with William Regal. So as long as it's not an overdone mess like what the WWE has done with commissioners in the past.
H is wise.
Yeah, wives. I think he only has one. So I didn't realize Taz had recently departed CBS Radio.
Yeah, he announced he departed like 30 minutes before the announcement that he signed with AEW happened.
They have announced that Marty Scurll will be in the January 26 tapings for NWA Powerrr, and limited tickets remain for that if you're in the Atlanta, GA area. And as we said earlier in the show, after the whole RVD thing with Katie Forbes and her girlfriend, Twitch banned Impact Wrestling. No word on how long the ban is. The company is, according to Mike Johnson, PW Insider, the company is working towards getting the suspension lifted. That's just so fucking funny, man.
Fucking idiots.
Undertaker at the Performance Center. Just giving advice to the roster. A lot of people say, "Oh, he's making an in-ring comeback." No, he was just there to give advice and reviewed last week's NXT. Maybe he'll say the same things Matt said about the booking.
It fucking stinks.
The fuck you doing here?
You've done it now. You've gone and made a big mistake.
TNA is or Impact Wrestling is doing a TNA themed event as part of WrestleCon. Tickets for that go on sale Monday. So
is RVD gonna be there?
and his wives.
Yeah.
Tessa Blanchard took to Twitter to clear up the accusations, and her quote is as follows: over the last week, I've been accused of calling a fellow wrestler a racial slur. To read this allegation has been personally upsetting. To be clear, I absolutely did not use that word. The word is not in my vocabulary. The word is not in my heart. Racism is not in my heart, yet I know many people have to deal with racism in a way I never will have to. Racism is an awful part of American history and is equally awful that it is still a part of our society today. While I did not do what was claimed, I stand ready to use my platform to support the fight against racism however I can. WWE has trademarked Harlem Heat. Interesting. PW Insider has been told by multiple sources that NXT star Velveteen Dream and Jinder Mahal are slated to be in Houston, Texas for Royal Rumble weekend.
What did I say?
Talk about a waste of a freaking Royal Rumble slot, Jinder fucking Mahal.
Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, just because they're in Texas doesn't mean much, though. I think with Velveteen in Texas says a lot, but gender, who knows? That's not a gimme. Jack Gallagher showing off a new look. Anything. It seems like he's been getting jobbed for about a year and a half now. It's been announced for Supercard of Honor that Kenta will return to Ring of Honor for the first time in over a decade. He'll be a part of Supercard of Honor. Already signed for that event. Jay White, Will Ospreay, Kenta, El Fantasmo, Dragon Lee, Marty Scurll, Jay Lethal, Jeff Cobb.
Oh, you know what? We talking about Supercard?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Joe Koff. I didn't say it all day.
There you go.
I said it for you earlier. You missed it.
I know, but it's so much more gratifying when I say it. It like makes a tingle in my fingertips. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're a fan of primetime wrestling from the late 80s, some more episodes have been added to the WWE Network. That was a classic little show with Bobby Heenan. Vince McMahon. Was Gorilla on that as well? I forget.
I'm trying to remember.
I was watching the '92 Royal Rumble again, and Heenan and Gorilla, man.
Was that a tear in my eye, Royal Rumble?
Yep.
Okay.
It's not fair to Flair, because he was the third entrant into the Royal Rumble. Of course, before then, nobody in the first 5 slots had ever won the Royal Rumble until, of course, Flair did it there. Apparently, Orange Cassidy might be in line for a more of a role in AEW. Cody Rhodes was on Busted Open Radio and said when he has his breakout moment, everybody watch out. So maybe I really get to see the Orange Cassidy that's in the ring and not always joking around. So he's good in the ring for people that don't know. WWE is testing out a new team this weekend. NXT Live Events. They are using a team of Tony Nese and Mike Kanellis. Oh, Mike. At least he's getting paid, right?
I mean,
Sign that
daycare is expensive.
Signed that 5-year deal, didn't he?
I mean, he can sit on his ass and do nothing.
We don't care about Impact spoilers. We might as well just say them, right? Right? Okay.
Might as well.
Title change at the Impact TV tapings recently. Taya Valkyrie, who has the longest reign of Knockouts champion in the company's history, was defeated by Jordynne Grace. So Jordan will have her first run with the title there, airing soon on Impact. Jazzy Gabbard has announced that she's left NXT UK, and she has chosen not to extend her WWE contract.
Oh, damn it.
It's okay.
I don't know what to do.
He's so upset.
The UK Championship has been retitled. Now it's the NXT UK Championship. Makes a lot more sense than the WWE UK Championship since it's on.
Oh, that makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah, since it's NXT UK. So that's been rebranded, and they had to make a new belt because Walters got stolen out of his rental car.
Oh my God! What's up with people stealing belts?
Pulled a Jericho.
Sheesh.
Jericho got his back.
Yeah.
Longhorn Steakhouse.
I like Longhorn too.
I like Longhorn too. It ain't Longhorn's fault that's where the title got stolen.
What the fuck?
Jeff Hardy's court date has been pushed way back, April 6th, day after WrestleMania. So,
okay.
Interesting. Set for tomorrow, or today's AEW Dynamite. Bash at the Beach Part 2, Jon Moxley against Pac. Winner faces Jericho. Pretty obvious he's probably going to win that.
Extremely obvious.
SCU against Omega and Page. That's probably extremely obvious who's going to win that match. And Jurassic Express take on Santana and Ortiz. Those have been what is announced for tomorrow or tonight. Tonight as you're listening to the podcast.
Isn't that a 6-man though? Isn't that Jurassic Express against Santana, Ortiz, and Jericho?
From PW Insider just said that tag match. So I don't know.
I thought it was a 6-man.
Don't know. That was from today, so must have got changed.
You gotta look at AEW's Twitter account. I could have sworn that was a 6-man.
Fight Factory Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, dude, it's the top tweet they just tweeted out. Jurassic Express is ready to face at Santana Proud, at Ortiz Powerful, and hashtag La Champion.
La Champion.
Jericho tomorrow night on Dynamite. Yeah, it's a 6-man tag.
You tell him, Matt.
Fight Factory.
I told him.
Hell
I
yeah.
tell you all, bitches.
I'm just reading what I got. Hey, Bear Money's on my TV.
Beer money.
Against the Motor City Machine Guns. Fight Factory Pro Wrestling out of Ireland has announced that Valkyrie has signed a contract with NXT UK, and she'll be debuting using the name Aofi Valkyrie.
Yo, mama.
All right.
That's A-O-I-Oi-F-E. Oifi. Oifi? That's a weird name.
Oi, oi.
Not to be confused with Taya Valkyrie. Kane is expected to be at the Rumble, but who knows if he'll be in it or not. He's not been announced yet.
Oh, darn.
As we mentioned. As I scroll through here, more trademarks for the WWE. Trish Stratus. Why? Trish should have jumped on.
Trademarking that?
Trish should have jumped on. Well, trademarks expire too, so.
Oh, okay. Well.
Trisha,
You know.
I don't know why Trish didn't jump on that. They also trademarked Everrise, Chase Parker, Matt Martell, and Epico. Just as the second Cruise of Jericho, Rock and Rager at Sea set sail, Jericho made the announcement that a third is already confirmed for 2021, and they will set sail from Miami, Florida, to the Grand Bahama Islands on February 1st and go until February 5th. And
Shit now.
Maybe I'll go on that cruise this time.
Lost in the mid-card on the Jericho cruise.
Oh, that'd be excellent. There will be a 30-minute Worlds Collide pre-show for this Saturday. And the Royal Rumble kickoff confirmed by Paul Jordan of PW Insider to be 2 hours, beginning at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. So there you go. Darryl, since you're in attendance.
See, I will be there.
A big news for our friends across the pond in the UK. WWE announced a big over-the-air TV deal for Great Britain, where hour-long editions of Raw and SmackDown will air on over-the-air television in the UK, Channel 5.
Sounds more digestible.
Yeah, right. Right.
Cut out all the shit, run Raw and SmackDown as an hour program, and they'd probably be pretty fucking great.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Tomorrow's episode of Dynamite is going to be split content between the Jericho Cruise and pre-taped stuff from last week in Miami with two different sets of announcers.
Yay.
I'm here for it. Give it to me.
Young Bucks.
Give it to me right now.
Yup.
Give it to me right now.
You gotta wait till Wednesday.
AEW.
Young Bucks have an autobiography coming out on September 29th entitled "The Young Bucks Killing the Business: From the Backyards to the Big Leagues." Priscilla Kelly will make her AEW debut this Wednesday, facing Britt Baker. Of course, the wife of Darby Allin. That's cool. Priscilla got. I don't know if she signed to AEW, but she's going to be having a match.
That only makes sense, to sign Darby's wife. I mean, she's got a decent amount of buzz about her. She's popular. She's popular on the indie scene. I think this is a good signing.
Well, why don't they sign Britt Baker's husband?
They can't because he's dead.
That's right.
He's really, really dead.
There's a story making the rounds that Brandi Rhodes missed the Jericho cruise due to her apparent loss or theft of her passport.
Yeah, apparently it was stolen.
Remember, I can't remember what wrestler, somebody did a rib on them. Oh, it's Justin Roberts from his book.
In his book, yeah.
Yeah. And Jim Ross didn't enjoy the immigration experience. He posted on Twitter, FYI, Bahamas immigration is a cluster. Screaming kids, negligent parents, and seemingly never-ending moving line. Or never moving line. Hashtag never effing again.
Hashtag stop complaining, JR.
If you're in New York City area, there is an AEW Revolution pay-per-view watch party at Buffalo Wild Wings hosted by Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, shit now.
I challenged him to a wing eating contest. 90-minute edition of NWA Powerrr as their go-home show will probably be better than Raw's go-home show. NWA set for tonight, already out there on YouTube, by the way. Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton interview. Tasha Steelz takes on Thunder Rosa. Interview with Royce Isaac and his lady, Mae Valentine. TV title qualifying match between Trevor Murdoch and Tom Latimer. Melina's special challenge for the NWA Women's World Championship. Spoiler alert, Allison Kay against Thunder Rosa. Interview with Elijah Burke and Eddie Kingston. Oh, God. Here's a good one, Matt. An Aaron Stevens karate demonstration.
Oh, boy.
That'll be good. Karate.
Look, I need to say something because I just looked at Twitter. And there's no way you two knew this either because one of y'all would have said something when I brought it up earlier.
What is it, Matt?
This shows you how little we watch Impact, or at least since the era that it was on, Bumfucked Egypt channel on Friday nights. You all fucking realize that Susie is Sue Young?
Oh, really?
Yes, because Impact Wrestling tweeted, it's nice to see @Real Sue Young is adjusted well to Mexico. And it's a video of Susie from her entrance. Gail Kim retweeted it and said, cutest ever.
Didn't she wear, face, makeup and shit?
She was doing that demonic gimmick.
Yeah. And she was feuding with Rosemary.
Yeah.
Now she's James Mitchell's woman. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Jeez. Dude, is she...
Recycle.
Why the fuck you waste her in that paint all that time when she's that fucking cute?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
You never know. That might have been her idea as well.
And, of course, main event for NWA Powerrr, Ricky Morton, Nick Aldis for the NWA Championship. Looks like for celebrity for WrestleMania confirmed, Fluffy! Gabriel Iglesias is listing WrestleMania weekend and Monday Night Raw for his upcoming schedule on several of his YouTube videos. Of course, Fluffy was on WWE Backstage not too long ago as well. Le Champion has announced that he's going to be at WrestleCon on Saturday.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Saturday, April 4th, for the first time ever.
I would love to meet Chris Jericho.
Extremely limited engagement tickets available at eventbrite.com.
That's just going to probably be like the Stone Cold Steve Austin fiasco of New Orleans.
What was that?
He had so when he first got advertised that he was signing autographs and taking pictures and doing photo ops, they were like, it's for a limited time. But then when you bought your ticket, nobody knew until the day of that he had so many different Eventbrite and all these different companies that he was sponsored by doing photo ops. So he started off at 9:00 in the morning and didn't end. I think Mania started. The pre-show for Mania starts at 5 usually. I think he didn't finish doing his photo ops until, because he was running behind. He had to eat this, that, and the other. I think he didn't start doing his photo ops until 4:30. So people that were at the WrestleCon hotel, including myself, at the last photo op, and I had to rush upstairs, change my clothes, and then because it was cold that day, rush to the Superdome before the pre-show started. Yeah, so hopefully he's only with one company.
Oh, Dr. Wagner Jr. Ditched his mask. Next week on Impact, number one contender for the Knockouts Championship. Oh, we just spoiled it. Oops. Jericho reasonably priced.
To be fair, Jordan Grace spoiled it on Twitter after it happened. So.
Oh, okay.
She posted a freaking picture that 2020's my year or something like that, and it's her wearing the damn title.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jericho reasonably priced, 75 to 100 for WrestleCon.
How much?
$75 to 100.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you say 7,500.
No, that's probably what MJ.
And you're like, that's fairly priced. I'm like, wait, what?
That's what MJF's gonna charge his things for.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you can go $75 for a morning session digital pro photo, $95 with it printed. I guess the other one is they just send it to you. I don't know. 2 autographs is $100. Is basically the top one there. I'm not really an autograph guy. I'd rather have a photo.
Agreed.
CM Punk was not mentioned on the promos for WWE Backstage, but he is indeed. Maybe they should since they had the lowest viewership. But CM Punk is indeed going to be on WWE Backstage.
Yay, Phil!
We'll watch Phil and the Man. Sounds like a great cop buddy cop show.
I can't wait for him to announce that he's not going to be in the Royal Rumble on Sunday.
I like to see that one. You said that. You sent us that tweet.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, what did they say? Like, oh, I can't. I'm gonna if he's not number 30.
Yeah, he's like, don't waste their time or something like that.
And Phil replied with, well, I was gonna be number 28, but since it's gonna waste your time, I'm not gonna appear. All right, let's do some predictions. NWA Hard Times is this Friday, 5:05 Central, 6:05 Eastern.
For the normal folk.
Yeah, whatever. The TV title thing is so hard to predict because there's 2 unknowns. Like, people from other companies can appear, free agents or anybody like that. So.
Yeah, but none of them are going to win the title.
Yeah. So
to me, if you're not already announced, you're not walking out of there with the title.
Yeah. So let's go with who we know. Actually, no, they have all been filled in. So we can go down the card on this. Question mark against Trevor Murdoch, Matt.
Question mark.
Yeah. Dan Maff, who signed to Ring of Honor, he faces Ziggy Dice. I like the Dice Man here, Matt.
Yeah, probably.
Matt Cross is the other one that was announced. Who you've seen him in Lucha Underground and whatnot. Matt Cross takes on Ricky Starks. I'd go Ricky Starks.
Starks. Yep.
Tim Storm against Ken Anderson.
Probably Storm.
Mama Storm's baby boy. So then we got Storm against Starks. I think Storm's winning the whole thing, so I'm going Storm.
I say I'm okay. Then I'll just got. I think question mark's winning the whole thing. So
okay. Yeah, that'd be question mark against Dice. So then, yeah, I think it's question mark and Storm in the finals. So
yeah, I think question mark's getting the title.
Yeah, I think Storm will, but Storm and Starks will be an interesting. Starks could upset Storm, and it could set up.
He absolutely could.
Yeah. Triple threat for the NWA World Tag Team Championships. The Wild Cards, Rock and Roll Express, your champions, in James Storm and Eli Drake. Matt.
I'd love to see Storm and Drake win. Honestly, as long as Rock and Roll Express doesn't leave with the titles, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna.
It was a cute little publicity stunt. They should have lost them on the last pay-per-view, and they didn't. They need to drop them now.
Yeah, I think.
I hope it's to Eli and Storm.
I think it will be. I mean, the Wild Cards held them for quite a long time, so I don't think they will get them back. So Granted, they have the strictly business thing, but also
that's why I'm worried that they might.
Yeah, but you also got Royce Isaacs with this lady kind of thing, so I'm wondering if the wild card, I don't know, if they're going to go like singles way now. Maybe Tom Latimer goes for the TV title and Royce goes for the national title. I think the wild cards are going to not be a tag team as much anymore, and so I think Storm and Drake win. This just announced from the 90-minute NWA Powerrr for the NWA National Championship, Aaron Stevens against Scott Steiner. I hope to God Aaron Stevens wins.
I would think he would. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're done milking his title run yet. So,
NWA World Women's Championship, Allison Kay against Thunder Rosa. Matt, do you see a title change here?
God, I hope so.
I mean, we've barely seen Allison Kay wrestle for the title since NWA Powerrr's been in existence.
I just think she's over. I haven't liked her since Impact.
Yeah.
I think she's extremely overrated. I think Thunder Rosa is the future, not just of NWA, but of women's wrestling in general. I think when her deal is up with there, and she can get out of there and go to like AEW or WWE, I think they're going to. They're gonna snatch her up, man.
Yeah, of course.
She's a star.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the NWA would be insane not to put the title on her.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, she did a hell of a job as Cobra Moon in Lucha Underground for several years and making a name in NWA. I think she'll be I think she'll get the title here. And then NWA against Ring of Honor interpromotional match. Nick Aldis, Flip Gordon. Yeah,
it's obvious Aldis is winning. I really don't even see the point of this match.
Yeah.
Honestly, to me, this is a gigantic waste of time. We all thought we were getting Skrull and Aldis, and we're getting this shit instead. I don't fucking get it.
It's gonna be a good match though with Flip and Nick. I think.
But we've already seen it. They did this in Ring of Honor like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And yes, it was a great match, but I mean, we already knew who's gonna win. At least in ROH, there was a chance that Flip might have won that, but like here, there's no chance. Flip's not winning the NWA title in his first night with the NWA. It's just like it's just dumb.
Yeah,
it's dumb.
NXT World.
I have a hard time buying that booking, Billy Corgan. Hard time.
Well, you know.
See what I did there?
Hard times.
You see what I did there, Darryl?
Yes, sure did.
I had to get him involved. It doesn't feel right not to have him commenting.
We need him to watch NWA. I mean, come on.
It's so much TV on that I've been trying to just keep up with my own life too, dude.
It's good shit, pal. NXT Worlds Collide. This one we can include Darryl on. There's one pre-show match: Mia Yim and Kaylee Ray. I'm not really predicting, but there are two title matches. Do you? I don't see Rhea Ripley losing the title to Toni Storm as much as Matt would love it to happen. Do you see the NXT Cruiserweight Championship changing hands, though, as Jordan Devlin, Travis Banks, Swerve, and Angel in a fatal four-way?
If anything, it'll be Swerve, but I don't see a change of hands.
I would love to see
coming up.
I would love to see Jordan Devlin win it.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it changes hands simply off the fact that you got to have something exciting happen in that whole show besides the era against Imperium.
Yeah. Well, shit, Finn Balor and Dragunov's going to be fucking insane.
Yeah, but, I mean, you're not going to have Finn lose that.
DIY and Mustache Mountain's going to be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just throw a prediction out there with the Cruiserweight. I'll say Swerve wins. Just for shits and giggles.
What do you think, Matt?
I would like to see Swerve win, but I don't think he's going to.
You think Angel's going to retain?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I would love to see Jordan Devlin win it and have a little run on U.S. soil for a little while until he loses it to someone and goes back to the UK. I really like Jordan Devlin, so. Imperium against Era, who do you got?
Damn well better be the Era. This just really shouldn't be that hard, Darryl.
I don't know, because I mean, you look at the card, you don't really see the UK beating. You don't really see the UK beating NXT. So I'm gonna go with Imperium.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Era's going to win that. I
think the Area is gonna win it, but I'm just gonna say, just for WWE purposes, you gotta think more WWE like. I'll say Imperium.
Like, I can see.
I think it looks really bad on a brand that's trying to beat AEW on Wednesday nights to have the team that has all that brand's gold on lose to a group on NXT UK on a program that, let's just be honest,
Would you rather have
hardly
Imperium,
anybody watches.
Would you rather have Imperium win or Mustache Mountain win?
I think Mustache Mountain's going to beat DIY. That's your UK win. One of them.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You think US? You think
can't have a clean NXT sweep. You can't.
Yeah, unless Dragunov beats Balor. I mean,
and I don't see that shit happening.
Unless
maybe Tony Storm beats
for the title.
Well, there's rumors that Tony Storm's going to be heading to the U.S. full time, so maybe you get a triple threat at Portland.
I mean, Rhea only held the title for a month? A month
yeah,
and a half?
She's the one that beat Rhea for the UK title, though. Keep in mind.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but still,
yeah,
a month and a half reign.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to believe it, but shit, I don't know. I mean, but they had Shayna hold it for so damn long, so I don't know. That's where I think Devlin might. I think a UK guy is going to win that cruiserweight title.
Okay, so start from the beginning again, JB, and we'll just go through the card.
Let me pull it back up. I closed it for the Rumble. Pre-show, Kaylee Ray and Mia Yim. There's a UK win, I think.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
there's the UK win right there. That's it. It's done.
Yeah, that's it.
And the black and gold brand of the United States is going to sweep the rest of the show.
So on the pre-show, the UK wins.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Wasn't the pre-show the only Raw win at Survivor Series?
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I believe so. No, that was this year because the Viking Raiders.
Yeah, Viking Raiders. Yeah, and nobody else won the rest of the
I was
time.
thinking of when New Day was talking about their win or whatever. That was 2 years ago, I guess. Yeah. DIY Mustache Mountain.
I'm going DIY. Unless, because of the potential feuds that Gargano has with Finn, and Ciampa has with Cole, Mustache Mountain doesn't win clean.
Yeah, and then the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Cruiserweight title: Angel Garza, Isaiah Scott, Jordan Devlin, Travis Banks. I think a UK guy's winning this.
I was just gonna say, if you wanted to force another UK win, you could do it here.
I would do Devlin winning.
Yeah.
Because I think Devlin would serve well working in the US.
There's many instances where NXT UK guys come over for a month or two. Bate and Dunn whole British Strong Style, for example, before Dunn was full time with NXT, you'd see them for months at a time in the US. So I could totally see Jordan Devlin winning that. You got Finn Balor and Ilya Dragunov.
Finn. And
then you got Rhea Ripley, Tony Storm. There's only 5 matches, so
Ripley.
And then Imperium and Undisputed Era. So I would say 2-3. I would say, and they probably split them up, or they split them out to make it 2-2 when it's Imperium and Undisputed. So I think Devlin and Mustache Mountain, and Finn and Rhea. So then it's 2-2, tied going into the final match. You've got to figure they're going to book it to make it. Well, do you count the pre-show too? I don't know what the fuck they're doing. So that's the card, guys. Ready for the Rumble?
Yep.
Ready to Rumble? Nothing announced on the pre-show yet, but that'll be coming. Andrade versus Alberto Carrillo for the United States Championship seems kind of rushed since he just came back yesterday. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, but he does have 2 victories over Andrade before the injury storyline.
That's true.
So, I think Andrade retains, but who knows? And I also want to say for the record, Rebby Hardy be trolling some bitches on Twitter right now. 1 hour ago with the tweet hashtag join Dark Order.
Oh.
So
would
I love Rebby.
you look at that?
She's such a sweetheart.
She's awesome. Darryl.
El Idolo.
El Idolo. Yeah, I don't see Andrade losing it yet. SmackDown Women's Championship, Bayley, Lacey Evans, Darryl.
Bayley.
I'm going Lacey Evans for a title change. I think I've heard rumors, backstage dirt, all that. WWE's way behind Lacey Evans right now, so I think they're going to put it on her. Matt?
Bayley retains.
Shorty.
If everybody's behind her, it would only be right for her to take the title at Mania.
Yeah, well, that's why I said that on the show last week, that I figured she'd take the title at Mania. So this could be a no contest.
Yeah, no, you could have her lose, but then you could also put her in a chamber.
Yeah. We all are gonna agree on this one. Shorty G against Sheamus.
Yeah, this is gonna be a squash.
1 inch.
Same with a
1 inch of a match.
Same with the Falls Count Anywhere between Roman and Corbin. Well, actually, Corbin's cronies. Yeah, but he's already lost to Corbin.
I'm picking Corbin.
He's already lost to Corbin, though.
No.
I'm going Roman.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why.
And Matt says no.
Roman
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
You don't need to see Corbin and Reigns ever fucking again.
No,
Because Corbin wins, that means he's still going to be involved with Roman on the road to WrestleMania. And God, no. Enough. No more. I'm done with Corbin versus Roman.
Okay, let me ask you this. How many pay-per-views do we have between Rumble and Mania?
2.
Corbin's winning.
Fastlane and Elimination Chamber.
Corbin's winning.
No.
Corbin.
No. Stop it.
Corbin's winning.
No.
Corbin
No.
is winning.
No. No more Corbin and Reigns. For fuck's sake. It's done.
I'd rather have Corbin and Reigns than Rusev and Bobby Lashley.
I'd rather see Rusev and Lashley fight 50 more fucking times than have to see Corbin against Roman Reigns again. Done. Fuck it. Roman, all Roman all the time. Roman win match. Roman win Rumble. Roman beat Fiend. Roman. Just get rid of Corbin.
Corbin wins.
No.
Okay. Becky Lynch and Asuka.
Corbin.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this troll.
Son of a bitch.
I think we're all in agreement of Becky Lynch here, right?
Yeah.
I think we're all in agreement of The Fiend beating Daniel Bryan.
Unfortunately.
Women's Royal Rumble.
Before we move on to the Women's Rumble, I gotta say something on The Fiend.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a character lose steam as badly as The Fiend since he's been moved to SmackDown?
Broken Matt Hardy.
I was just gonna say the only other person I could think of actually is Asuka.
That's true.
When Asuka got moved to SmackDown and got all her steam taken away too. Like The Fiend has been just as bad. Like
they did that shit on purpose, man.
As much as I love The Fiend on Raw, like he comes on SmackDown just like whatever.
They did that shit on purpose because you got the yes movement, especially, and if plans go according to plan with Roman, you got to have everybody behind Roman.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why you do what you do. We're going to pull the plug.
Well,
we're going to slow them down. We're going to let a little bit of air out the balloon real quick.
You guys already called your shot, so let's just go to the Men's Royal Rumble. You got both. You got Roman, right?
Yes, sir.
I still got. I got Drew McIntyre. I think Lesnar does take a nap. You guys don't see it. I think Lesnar. It's going to be Lesnar and Drew in the end, and Drew pulls off the upset and then challenges the.
I would love to see Drew win the Rumble. I don't see WWE going through with it.
I don't remember our very first loss to the Midcard as we reach our
tie his boobs boobs are huge.
As we reach our 5-year anniversary of Lost in the Midcard,
We're talking about.
We're reaching our 5-year anniversary of Lost in the Midcard, and on that first episode was us talking about how Roman Reigns was booed out of the building. You really think that they're going to do that again right now? I don't know. So I'm going.
When's the last time Roman was booed?
That's what I'm saying.
It'll be
boosted him up a little bit.
Yeah, but if he wins the Rumble,
they're actually kept him out of the title picture since he's been back.
They have, but if he wins the Rumble, that's where the boos come back. I think.
I don't think they come back.
I don't know.
I don't think so either. Because I think the Fiend's losing the steam that would have gotten him those boos.
Boos or boobs?
I think the Fiend's going to be hated even more for beating Bryan on Sunday.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sticking with my prediction to Drew. It's going to come down to Drew and Lesnar, and Drew pulls off the upset. But So let's go to the.
To me, if it's not Roman, it's a surprise.
Yeah.
It's Edge, or it's CM Punk, or it's somebody that nobody's fucking expecting.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see Edge and the Fiend.
No, well, if Edge wins, he wouldn't face them. I wouldn't see him come back to face.
I don't want to see him against Lesnar either.
Oh, well, who says Lesnar's going to hold the title by WrestleMania? If they're going to if they're going to do Kane dumbass against Brock at Mania, let's get the fucking title off of him. As you said yourself, you got 2 pay-per-views between now and WrestleMania that they can get that title off him. Put the fucking title back on Mr. Messiah, bitch.
Hey, Austin.
And let Edge beat
Rollins. That'd be a good match.
Rollins at Mania.
Ace Austin trying to make out with Taya. That was funny.
I've been thinking about a lot of different factors. Because, honestly, I try to figure out, you got the Chamber, too. So...
I think I'd have Roman win the Chamber than rather have him win the Chamber than Royal Rumble.
Here's the question. So that means you have to have Brock. You have to have Brock lose at the Chamber or lose at Fastlane.
I'm not.
He's at Fastlane.
Yeah, I think Drew. I'm having it as Drew beating Brock at WrestleMania. So Drew eliminates Brock. Drew beats Brock. That's how you strap the rocket up, the long overdue rocket up Drew McIntyre's ass. All right, the women. Matt.
Ronda.
I got the same.
Yep, I got Ronda too. If she's not coming, I don't know. Has there any, how are we feeling on that? Is Ronda guaranteed to be back, or?
Well, nothing's a guarantee, but I just feel like it makes the most sense.
They're
going to let Becky shed the demons of Asuka at the Rumble, and then she's going to have to contend with the woman who she never technically pinned at WrestleMania last year.
Yep. If Ronda's not in it, I think Charlotte Flair will probably win.
I think if it's not Ronda, I think it's Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, that was my other option.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling WWE is going to give her a Rumble win.
You gotta remember though, keep an eye on the Chamber.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The Chamber should decide the opposite branch title challenger.
Mm-hmm. That's why I think Bayley went. That's why I honestly think.
Or at the same token, the Chamber could just change the championship altogether.
You know who I think? You know who I think wins the Chamber?
Hulk Hogan.
Brother.
Sasha.
I want to see Sasha and Bayley at Mania.
It's been far from long. That's the ultimate stage.
It's been rumored that the split would be happening eventually.
Why not do it at the Chamber?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see it all unfold on this weekend. Just a few short days from the Royal Rumble. That's going to do it for this edition of Lost in the Midcard. I'd like to thank SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes and Spotify and any of your favorite podcasting apps. You just got to search for Lost in the Midcard. Hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time a new episode comes your way, typically every Wednesday. You can find those links on our Facebook page, facebook.com/LostTheMidcard, or go to Twitter at LITMC Podcast, where we also share a lot of great tweets from the wrestling world. Daryl's on the Twitter at No One Like D. Matt is on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime, and I, JB, am on the Twitter at JB Huskers. Before we ride off into the sunset, look forward to a good weekend of wrestling once again. Daryl, what are your final thoughts?
First off, fuck Joe Koff.
Yeah.
And then so I'm just looking forward to getting to Houston. Like, I might be tweeting, or I might just be sending you guys shit directly.
Yeah.
About what's going on down there, the vibe, the moments, or I might do what JB did last year and pretty much find some random bar and pay on the jukebox random wrestling themes.
That was fun shit because we were outside and people were walking by. That was
recorded that shit.
That was so fun.
For those intensive purposes. But I'm just looking forward to this weekend, man. Like, it should be a good weekend, good wrestling weekend, period.
It's such good shit.
Matt, what are your final thoughts?
Oh yeah, one last thing.
Yeah.
Corbin wins.
Ooh.
Fuck you.
That's a good segue into Matt's final thoughts.
Yeah, you know what? I originally had final thoughts. I'm scrapping them. Down with Corbin. Roman. That's my final thoughts.
I'm excited for this weekend. Of course, Matt and I both enjoying NWA's product. Hard Times is going to be a fun show. Psyched for the return of the television championship. Worlds Collide is going to be fun to watch. I don't know if I'm going to watch it live.
I will. I think it'll be as good as an average NXT takeover.
Yeah, I just don't know if I'll be. Yeah, I don't know if I'll watch it live because there's a lot of stuff going on already this weekend. So
my thing is, if I don't watch it live and I hear the results ahead of time, I won't go back and watch it.
Yeah. So if I'm around,
I'll watch it live.
What's that? Is that start at 7 Eastern 6?
So yeah, I think it's the same time as the normal takeover would. So it'd be 7.
Yeah, it is. I don't have tickets yet, but from what I saw, it starts at the regular time.
You gonna pick up some cheapies?
Yeah, right. Well, right now, like, I went on. So I looked at StubHub and I looked at, I guess, the Toyota Center's website, and like they're talking about $300 for like front row and shit. And I don't need to get that up close and personal.
Nah.
But like they got reasonable price seats, like $60-$40 for a 100 section.
You can get up close and personal to Tony Storm, buddy.
Actually, you love Tony Storm, but I might get there for the pre-show and say fuck Keith Lee and go stare at Mia Yim for a little bit.
I'm that
dude. You're gonna fucking mess with Keith Lee, dude.
Dude, you're gonna he's gonna get pounced.
He gonna put your ass through that bush.
First of all,
and not the bush you want.
I love Keith Lee, but on one good leg, I will still smoke his ass.
Woo!
I don't believe you, sir. I'm sorry.
I don't believe him either.
Hey, don't let the one leg fool you.
Don't let the 1 inch. Don't let the 1 inch fool you either.
I would not fuck with Keith Lee.
No,
I'm not fucking with Keith Lee. I'm just gonna look at his girl like everybody else.
That's basically fucking with Keith Lee.
Listen, she was.
I used to hang out with Mia Yim way before she knew Keith Lee. How about that?
Yeah, I did.
So did I. That's what I was saying.
I hung out with Keith Lee before anybody knew about Keith Lee.
In the words of Ray J, I hit it first.
Oh!
No, you did not, you liar fuck.
Liar.
I'm not talking about sexually. I hit her on her shoulder.
How else would someone take that, sir?
Listen, I'm explaining myself right now. I accidentally tapped her on the shoulder and said, hey, my bad. I hit it first.
So you said you tapped that.
There it is. Thank you, JB.
I got you. And to finish my final thoughts, Royal Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view of everything on the card that the WWE puts out, so I'm looking forward to it. Wouldn't have mind being there, but at the same time, it's hard to watch in a baseball stadium live because we were kind of obstructed with some views, but we were right behind the dugout, so that was kind of cool seeing them coming and going. But I'm happy to watch it at home and enjoy the weekends. It's going to be a fun one, so... looking forward to Darryl's live thoughts from being there live next week on the show. For Darryl, from Matt, this is Jeremy. Thank you for tuning in to Lost in the Midcard. We'll be back at you next week. Corbin.